Hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's pre-market analysis. See, we are running a bit late now, so we'll start off with the levels initially. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday we had a great reverse from this particular point. So if you see that on yesterday's opportunity, we'll have a quick look at what exactly we got. So we were planning a bearish entry over here. So after that, a slight consolidation on that near to the support one level, then a gradual drop. It was supposed to come here until and unless we got a positive sentimental market sentiment news. I hope everyone knows. So it might be the reason we got a new uh, ambassador at US. So it created a positive sentiments in the market and it reversed from there. And another opportunity we got from here, a proper volume breakout in 15-minute candle, and we could have tried an entry over here up to our this pivot line level for the for yesterday. So if we could have got a both side entry, and here if you see that we got a proper entry over here, but from it reversed from this level due to the positive sentiments in the market. Anyway, we'll have a look at today's levels. We'll quickly move on to today's levels. So 25,692 will be today's pivot level because we have a downward movement as well, and the range, if you see on yesterday's range, is pretty high. So we have a lower pivot line today also. We will mark it down. So we'll start off with the Nifty's pivot level, which is at 25,692. It is, we will mark 690 only. So 700 is a psychological level. So you can mark this 700 also. So we have a good OA base level in this 25,700 level. So with respect to this, the support one lies at 25,500 and 570, and support 2 will be, is at 25,350, and support 3 is at 25,230. These are the three support levels, and with respect to the resistance side, 25,910 will be the first resistance, and resistance 2 at 26,030, and resistance 3 is at 26,250, and these are the three support and resistance levels with respect to today's pivot line. So we will come back to this Nifty after marking other bank Nifty and Sensex and mid cap as well. We'll quickly come back to this level. And if we see over here on Bank Nifty, we will change the time frame to 15 minute. And if you see, the market opened nearly to uh, our first support level. If you can clearly see that 59,020 first support level being broken, and after that slight consolidation at that level, then again a drop, a promising drop, and after that it reversed. So similar to Nifty, and we could have created an opportunity as over here to our pivot line level, but it never went up to. So it slightly came up to our target one, but it consolidated on the pivot line itself. So if you see, it's not a proper consolidation, a proper movement have been happened, but it never tested our resistance one. So with respect to today's level for Bank Nifty, pivot line lies at 59,280. So similar to Nifty, the ranges are high, so pivot line is a bit lower than yesterday. So pivot line for the Bank Nifty 59,285. It is, we will mark it as 85 only. And support one with respect to the level is 59,030. And support 2 is at 58,610, and support 3 is at 58,350. Resistance 1 is at 59,700, and resistance 2 is at 59,962. We'll mark it as 960. 59,960, and resistance 3 is at 60,380. So these are the three levels with respect to Bank Nifty. We will mark the pivot line over here, which is at 59,285. 59,285. It is it is little bit lower than yesterday's level only because the range is higher. So previous days high low are a bit far, that's why it is being lower today. So anyway, you can clearly see that it is trading above the pivot line level. So the bias a little bit changed, but we have like it was clearly a positive sentimental news based reversal yesterday. So we will properly wait for today's what exactly the market is bringing, and with respect to that moment only we will find the opportunity and trade. So 59,700 will be our first resistance, and on the first support it is at 59,030. 59,030, it is slight a little bit like 10 points different from the yesterday's level on support one. So it is clearly trading above, but still we will wait for that confirmation, that bullish confirmation with a proper volume is supported, then definitely we can go for that bullish side movement. As of now it is above pivot line, but we need that validation to happen. So we'll wait for that, and anyway we will move on to the Sensex level. So Sensex 83 567 570 we can mark. 567 is today's pivot line. 83 570 we will be marking for today's pivot line level. And with respect to the support one, 83,170 we can mark it as support one, and 282,466 it is 65 only we will be marking, and support 3 is at 82,070. So these are the three supports, and with respect to the resistance one, 84,270 we will mark it as first resistance, and on resistance to 84,670 we will mark it as second resistance, and resistance 3 is at 85,370. 85,370. So we have broader range on this on basis of pivot line. If you see that, because the range for yesterday's D was also broader, and if you see the resistance are also been much higher. So if you recall it, that from the low it reversed nearly more than 1,000 points reversed back from the day's low of yesterday's day's low. So that's why the ranges are pretty broader today. So anyway, we'll mark the levels. 83 570 will be today's 83 570 will be today's pivot line, and on the resistance side 84 270. 84 270 will be the first resistance, and on the support side 83 170. 83 170. So clearly this also is trading above the pivot line level as of now. With respect to the pivot, the bias is bullish, but we need a proper calculation, a proper validation to take an entry upon on the bullish side. So anyway, we will wait and see, and we will quickly move on to the mid cap nifty level. And 13,636 is today's pivot point level for mid cap nifty, or we have the pre-market opening as well. It is opening above, a gap up opening in nifty mid cap. So anyway, if you see on yesterday's opportunity on nifty mid cap, so it tested our level, it again reversed back, and from this level we could have taken an CZ entry up to our pivot line level. Here also we find a proper opportunity over here, but it reversed from this particular level and reached below our day's low as well, creating a p-side opportunity over here if you see, and even here also we could have got trapped, but this movement was gradual, this movement was good, but a news based approach sentimental move came in the market, and that's the only reason it reversed from this particular point. So anyway, we'll have a look at today's level for with respect to the pivot line. So as I said, 13,636 will be today's pivot point for mid cap nifty. 13,636 it is, we will mark it as 35. So with respect to this, support 1 is at 13,550 and support 2 is at 13,406. It is, we will mark as 10, and support 3 at 13,320. And on the resistance side, resistance 1 is at 13,780 and resistance 2 is at 13,860. We will mark it as 65, and resistance 3 is at 14,010. So these are the three levels with respect to mid cap, and we will mark these levels 13, 13, 6, 35. And on first resistance, 13,780 will be the first resistance, and on the support side 13,550. These are the levels with respect to mid cap. So similar condition in this also. We will validate the movement with respect to the volume supported. So if we are getting a proper, so here you can see that it is closing near to our resistance one. So if it is retesting this level and reversing, then we can plan a bear side entry, or else we will wait for this proper breakout to happen, and closing is necessary above this level. So if it is closing above the resistance one, either we can take a breakout entry. So not only not simply on the breakout, but closing should be necessary. If it is closing above this level, then we can plan a entry on the bull side, and if it is validated, supported by the volume, then definitely we can plan a bullish side entry, or either we can wait for the pullback to happen. So in this way, either if it is crossing above, we can wait for a pullback and go an entry for on the bull side if its volume is supported. So these are the levels with respect to all four indexes. We'll go back to Nifty 50. Nifty 50 is opening above our resistance one. This is crazy. Or so anyway, if we are getting a retest at this level, and if it is supported by proper volume, then definitely we can go for that bull side entry. So we didn't mark the levels. Oh yeah, I didn't mark the levels. So it will be a new levels for here. So 25,690 only we will be marking. 25,690 will be today's levels. And on the resistance part, if we see 25,910 will be the first resistance. So yeah, it is opening below the resistance one only, but yeah, obviously it is a gap up opening. We will wait for that opening to happen. And on the support 3 side, 25,230. 25,230 will be the support 3, and we will mark this zones. It will, the bullish zones is obviously at R2 and R3. 26,030, 26,030 and 26,250. 250 will be the bullish zones for the day. And on the consolidation part, if we see, it will be between support 1 and resistance 125, 570 and 25,910. And on the bear side, it will be below support 125, 570 and support 2 is at 25,350. Yeah, so we got the levels for the day, and we have 2 more minutes. We will have a quick look at FIA's data for yesterday. Yeah, similar pattern continued by FIA and DIA. Here you can see nearly 3,450 crores of money have been turned off by FIA from the cash market, and if you see, DIA have increased it to 5,500 crore, and similar pattern only. And we'll have the FIA's FNO data. Here also it is net bullish only. Yesterday also it was net bullish, and we will see. We will hope for the best on the bull side, and if it is supported by volume, then definitely we can go for the bull side entries. And we will open the indices part as well. We'll wait for this opening, and heat map also let me add. Heat map. Pretty much greenish. We'll You see, it didn't tested our resistance one level. It opened and a little bit drop in that. We'll wait. We'll wait for exactly what it is happening. If it is a breakout, then we will validate that movement with the volume supported, and we'll say as well to this. Tested our level. It made a high up to yeah, almost tested only. It is like 0.20 points. It is dropping, and let us see. We can plan an entry on the basis of pivot line. If it is testing at the pivot line and bouncing back, we can take an bullish side entry, and we will see if the volume is supported. We'll see it properly. RSI, if you see, it is at 68, and overbought zone on 15 minute. If you see in a 1 day time frame, we will see it reversed yesterday. Second, guys, okay, it is equal. Yeah, on Nifty, if you see that, if it opened above our resistance one and it came below, it is now trading above the resistance one. We will plan a trade. If it is dropping, we will wait for the first. So if it is on bull side, we will wait for the first 15-minute range to be created, and we will trade the breakout or breakdown of that. If it is not giving a proper level at the time of first initial 15-minute closing. If it is anyway not testing these levels, or a breakdown or break or a bounce back from this level properly, we wait for that 15-minute range to be created, and we'll trade the breakout or breakdown of that range. So I don't know exactly what happened to the Nifty chart. Okay, so it came back now. So Nifty is trading below this, and we'll see 37 advancing. Zomato almost 3% movement. Okay, I took percentage again. NTPC also 0.5. We'll have a look at ONGC 1%, HDFC. Everything is kind of reddish. Yeah, but Reliance is dragging. Reliance is a little bit dragging. Other than that, SDFC, ICAC, and both this IT sectors are also kind of like supporting the market to go up. But I don't know why exactly Reliance is dragging. We'll have a look at Reliance. Yesterday also Reliance was falling. Yesterday's moment, if you see. that it is showing a weak movement, and Reliance is showing a weak movement to be frank. Anyway, Reliance is dragging down the market. We will see. All the things are positive only if you see on the heat map. Including, oh yeah, TCS turned a little bit red. We'll wait. We will exactly wait for that positive movement to happen. After that, we will take plan on entry. Is dropping down, and we will plan entries, either if it is it's near to our resistance one. If it is testing above the levels, then only we will plan an entry over there. Or on a bullish side, we have both two entries over here, either at a breakout over here at our resistance one and sustaining. If it is sustaining above this level, we can plan an entry from this level, or else it should bounce back from this or pivot line level. Then only we can plan a bullish entries over here. If it is breaking down below the pivot line and closing there and sustaining, then definitely we should change our mind to on a bear side entries, to be honest. morning Morning, half of the signal is trash. आप टेलीग्राम चैनल के लिए कह रहे हैं? Clarify करो. I hope it is Telegram channel. We will try to make it better. DX0 by. And we apologize for the signal if you have been taken and you lose money. We will make ourselves a better day by day. We will be making ourselves better. And good morning, Manju ji. Jai Sri Krishna. Good morning. श्रीनाथ, हाय सर. हाय, हेलो हेलो. कार्तिक, हेलो. कार्तिक भाई, आप वापस आया. 2 दिन नहीं देखा आपको. आपका ट्रेडिंग कैसे चल रहा है? And guys, I want to point out that one of our friend actually uh, in our live session only, they have asked about the suggestions in gold actually. So we on that day we discussed it. Oh, I don't know what exactly happened with my network. So we were discussing the levels of gold. It was dragging down. Gold was on a bear sentiment. And after that, uh, we kind of uh, told that it will be reversing back to the high, and the high will be broken. Like we analyzed it on I guess it's on last week. So we marked this level. So as long as it is uh, these levels we were marking, and it properly gave a breakout above that level. So I hope everyone would have seen that. So gold is already trading on the previous high was being broken by gold. So yesterday only that moment happened, and we can clearly see that these levels we marked on last week, I guess. So somebody was asking, I don't remember exactly who it was. uh, so I don't remember. So I hope he's in gain, to be frank. Karthik ji, I am using loads more made lows one only by not used any strategy. Okay, Karthik ji, to be frank, if I'm saying a part of as a part of risk management, if I say so, this is my personal opinion and view. I hope this works well. So I'll explain you that over here. So with respect to the load size, if we see, let the map, let this reload, please. Now after see, so if you are having a capital near to 1 lakh, so if I'm having a capital around 1 lakh rupees. So I will always risk, uh, see, let me tell you. So if I'm planning for a momentum trade at the morning, so momentum trade usually happens at uh, 9:15 to almost 10:15 a.m. to almost 10 a.m. we have a momentum trading time. So I prefer choosing. So if I'm having a capital of 50 to 1 lakh rupees for an option, so I will better always choose 1 to 2 loads if I don't have a proper knowledge. 1 to 2 loads I will be using on the momentum trade to happen. So 1:2 will be my risk reward. 1:2 will be my risk reward, and always I will book 1:1 partial booking. I will be done. At 1:1 risk reward, I will be booking my partial. So I will hold that the rest of the one load with a trailed SL at cost. So this can be done to avoid a volatile markets risk. So 1:2 can be kept, and you can save house your one lot profit at 1:1 and trail your SLL cost, so that it will become a risk-free holding after booking of first lot. Risk-free holding after booking first load. So this can be done, but you should always stick to this plan if you are having a proper long run mindset. So definitely, if you're going for a buy, at least have a levels being marked properly. So if you're looking at me, so I am marking the levels on the basis pivot levels being marked. So I won't be taking an entry until and unless I will get a proper breakout above this level and a sustainable candle closing have to be there for me to find an opportunity. So any these levels, I respect these levels. So on perspective of that levels only, I'll be taking a trade, entry or trade. So at morning momentum trade, I use this strategy if I am having a capital less than 1 lakh rupees. So 1 to 2 loads is pretty fine for a day, to be frank, very frank. So when we have a higher expectation, that leads us to something which we might end up in loss. So it's always better to stick 1 to 2 loads at the morning momentum if you are having a capital less than 1 lakh rupees. And always risk, if you are using total 1 lakh rupees, then definitely always risk only one lot price, to be frank, as an SL. So but on with respect to, if we have a setup, then definitely we can plan the trades with respect to the levels which we have already marked. So I hope you understand. Only 75K, then definitely 1 to 2 loads is enough, bro. I Which certificate we need to be like analyst? I am BCom honors students and currently doing MP finance. I hope it's if you are already into finance background, then I suggest you take SEBI RA certificate, this research analyst one, NISM research analyst one, and also you can go for this IA investment advisor, and you obviously on RA research analyst also, SEBI research analyst also you can write. Anyway, you have a background of finance only, so I'm from a different background. So it's been only 5 years been into this market. So anyway, if you already have a financial background, then definitely finance background, not financial, then definitely you can go for that. I personally suggest you should go for that, to be frank. So anyway, it's our levels. It's near to coming near to our pivot line level. If you are getting a bounce from this level, then definitely we will plan an entry on the buy side. And if it is a breakdown below this level, if it is sustaining, then we can plan a downside entry. And here you can see that our pivot line level and the support one are kind of pretty close in Nifty. If you see 120 points is been there, still 120 point 690. resistance 1 and it is trading below the resistance 1. Anyway, we can plan something with respect to the yesterday's closing as well. We'll wait for that first initial 15-minute. Yeah, we have the range now. So it is almost 88 points range. Bank Nifty. Entry executed. And similarly, mark mid cap also you'll see. Okay, mid cap also it is trading below the. So mid cap we don't use this range trading, to be frank. So this is kind of mid cap always gives us surprises. So range trading I prefer mostly on Nifty and Bank Nifty. Nifty mostly. So this range is pretty bigger. It's 900, 750, 150, 43, 900. Is it 760? So almost 140 range. Anyway, let's wait. Anyway, if it is not giving a proper test at this level, we are not planning an entry on the buyer side. And if it is breaking down below and closing down below this level, we will plan the opposite, like peak side entry. So the market, see, if you see the 27 was advancing, and now there's been a little bit change over here as well. We'll watch the heat map also. Yeah, Reliance TCS. So if you see that this also been dragging now, and ICIC also turns to be on neutral side. This is dropping down. This level, if it is breaking down this level, we'll plan an entry, and on this level, if it is breaking down, then definitely we can plan an entry at here. But a closing have to be there, and this, if you see that 115 points almost on the spot. So a closing have to be here. Until and unless there is no closing, we won't take an entry on this side. If it is a bounce back, we will wait for that. If it, we will see that if it is a bounce back, then if it is a bounce back from this level, then we can plan an entry on the bull side. But a breakdown and a closing below this level, we'll take an entry on the bear side itself. NISM 15 से, हाँ जी NISM 15 है जो रिसर्च एनालिस्ट वाला जो है। मतलब आप वो पोर्टल पे रजिस्टर करके आप लिख सकते हैं आराम से 1500 या 600 रुपीज़ है आपका जो भी मतलब लोकेलिटी का सेंटर ही आप चूज करके लिख सकता है। मतलब सिलेबस भी उनका वेबसाइट पे अवेलेबल है, NISM का वेबसाइट पे भी अवेलेबल है। उन लोगों का मॉक टेस्ट भी है, और आप दूसरा एक मॉक टेस्ट भी सर्विस भी अगर ले रहे हो तो भी ठीक ठाक रहेगा, क्योंकि मतलब प्रैक्टिस उन पे काफ़ी अच्छा कर देते हैं उन लोग। मतलब we'll have a look at Zomato, and Zomato will have a look first. Eternal. So Zomato gave a little bit gap up start. Yeah, levels. Okay. So again, this yeah support been taken properly, and if you see that proper support have been taken over here, and a double bottom. I don't know if you guys can see this. A double bottom also have been created on a downtrend. If you see the proper double bottom have been created over here. Here we have the neckline. So this would have been an amazing entry with respect to the double bottom. So support on a downtrend, and near to the support we have a double bottom. This is a reversal pattern, and if you see, it signals a bullish reversal. So clearly you can see that the volume has also been increased. We will add DMA and see what exactly daily moving average. DMA, yeah. So DMA is also, it is about DMA, so I think that it's gonna give a good movement, to be frank. On my personal view, if you see that, it's gonna give a good movement. So we have all the bullish signals over here based on the price action. If you see, this is an indicator which I use to understand if it is having a positive volume. The volume will be impacting in a positive way. Daily moving average on 200 I used to put. And if you see that on the basis of price action on a downtrend after marking a high on a downtrend, that it properly taken a support, and at the support it clearly given a W pattern movement. If you see, you can, I hope you can clearly see this. So I expect this to be a bullish movement coming days itself. So anyway, profit book might be happen. First target we can keep it at here, and second over here, and if it is sustaining above this level, then definitely we can plan a upside movement even more than this on internal. And ONGC, I don't know if anyone trading ONGC. Look at ONGC as well. GC as of now, I don't see any opportunity. A small channel breakout have been happened over here if on a 1 day time frame, but no further. ONGC is always like this. It's best for dividend. ONGC and oil, all of this. Download channel. Has also been happen if you see a proper retest at this level and a pullback. So retest, this can be considered as a pullback entry over here. It's a proper pullback. Tech Mahindra, we'll have a look at Titan. What exactly Titan is bringing? Yesterday Titan moved a little bit down again. Used to profit booking. Yeah, okay. Titan is still at almost 6, above 5% itself now. We'll go back to Nifty. Okay, Nifty is still on that levels. It neither tested our pivot line nor give a breakout above our resistance. We will wait for this level. We will wait for this level to either we will see, we'll take plan an entry at this point, and if it is a breakdown and closing, then we can go for that bear entry. And if it is reversing back or if it is coming down, and wait for that movement to happen. So, supported to the downside. So we will be starting our live market, and we will continue this live market analysis on at 10 o'clock. You guys will be getting the links on our Discord channel. And if any one of you guys are interested in any of our service with respect to learning on the basis of Indian market course, or as well this forex market calls. Both we have offline and online. Offline is happening over here in Bangalore as well as in Kochi, and also forex similar to that. Forex also we have. So if anyone have any queries regarding that, I hope there is a link down below this. My There is a link been given over here. You can fill that form, or else you can connect me in this number 8630492205. So you can connect me in this number for any queries regarding the services or any doubt regarding the markets. Anyone can connect. So if I'm not this number, you guys can connect with me. So we are seeing a drop over here. So if it is breaking down and sustaining below this level, then we will plan an entry. So it's almost 9:40. We will have a 10 o'clock live market analysis continuation from here. So first range being created over here, even if it is like 115 points range, but still if you see that there is something else also over here on this range. If you see that it came below previous days closings down, so this also can be considered as an entry over here. So it closed down below previous days uh, closing, and it is moving down. But here what we did, that we are waiting for the pivot lines level to be tested and break. So that's the reason why we didn't plan an entry over there. So if you see on a price action perspective, we can go for an entry over this period as well, because it is breaking below the previous day's closing. So proper range also been created inside that, and it is breaking down below. So we can find opportunity in many ways. It's just we stick on to our own setups. That's it. Volume is gradually increasing if you see on the bear side if you see. So we can plan an entry if it is giving a proper breakdown below this level. I hope how much time it been? 2 more minutes for closing. First 30 minutes, and we'll have a quick look at Bank Nifty and Nifty mid cap select as well. Oh my god, we gave proper breakdown below the first range. So shit, we would have taken an entry over here up to our pivot line. So it's now closing below the previous day's closing as well. We'll see the Nifty mid cap also. Mid cap also almost reached our pivot line level. It's breaking down below the level. So this indicates first. So if it is closing below, then definitely it is a buyer side entry only from my perspective. So yesterday also this movement was similar. It should have been going forward on the Bank Nifty as well as Nifty also, but that news reversed it back, and the market boomed after that. So it tested our pivot line level here if you see, and first 15-minute range is here, and from there almost 70 points we got. So if we mark the range, that was the scenario. And Bank Nifty also first 15 minutes, after that nearly 600 to 450, almost 150 140 points on the spot. So gradually increasing if you see on the bear side, 4.6 Six almost. White market bounced back yesterday. So I feel like that the we have a new US ambassador for India. So and he kind of had a speech which indicates a positive result to be on the trade deal. So that sentiment, that positive sentiment created a bounce back. So this movement happened after that announcement, after his speech, to be frank. So that might be the reason it bounced back and regained. So that US India trade deals are still being pending, right? So this new ambassador seems to be to create a positive impact on the trade deal. So that's the reasons behind the move. Yesterday's bound back, that sudden reverse from there. So here, if you see that it is going back on 5 minute, if you see it is going inside the range. See this, but still it didn't tested our pivot line level, so we don't have an entry until and unless it tested or bounced back from this pivot line level. 710, it made a low at nearly 709, almost even at 90. Yeah, oh, I forgot something that we have an OA level over here. 700. Here we have an OA level. OA based level, so this also could have been considered, but reversed from there without testing our pivot line level. 47 in 10 minutes we will be starting, we will be continuing this live market analysis again, and that will be on Zoom meeting from starting from 10 o'clock. You guys will be getting the link on Discord channel, and on announcement on Discord channel you will be getting that. So stay focused on if you are planning to have a continuation of the live trading sessions. It didn't tested the levels, but we missed opportunity on Bank Nifty. I don't know if anyone got this opportunity. We missed this opportunity over here. A breakout and a retest at this level on the 15-minute range. It again retested at this level, and Nifty mid cap is where the we missed that opportunity. It tested up to our pivot line level, and it is reversing back. We will see. It was only Nifty mid cap tested at our level, at pivot line level for the day. And if you see on a proper volume, if it is the volume is rising, then we can plan this entry. It is it's coming back. It forces energy sector are still see FIAs keep on selling off from the energy sector, IT sector, uh, IT energy sectors. The continuously they are selling off from these segments. Metal also, metal. So that's the reason why we had this much of drop, the continuous selling of FIA and DNA. So see here if you see that this is a proper rejection on the buyer side. So buyers were trying to control the market and take back the control and taking it up to this particular level, but the sellers just keep on pushing it down. So clearly we can witness this over here with respect to the price action. If you see, the bias is trying to push up the market, so regain the market and trying to push it back upward, but the sellers are not at all settling it. They are trying to push it back down. They brought it back down actually, if you see over here. So in Bank Nifty also we got that retest here, retested, and it is now back again to the level. Nifty mid cap, yeah, mid cap also similar criteria. This is a good support also, if you guys are seeing over here. And for 5 minutes it is, we'll change it to 15 and we'll see. Yeah, still it's a good level. 8 more minutes. NTPC also we'll have. NTPC, this was a news based move in NTPC happened. uh, Change it to 1 day. NTPC came back down and it is trying to take a support at this level, but which we'll see if it is sustaining, because if you see that that previous level have been broken down, and it is retested at this level, and again it might go down. Still, if you see on 15 minute, the 15-minute range strategy, if you see on perspective of that, see we have a clear breakdown over this level and retracer, and if it is again a breakdown below this level, then definitely on the basis of 15 minutes range strategy we can take an entry and properly manage your risk. You can either plan for a closing SL on the half of this level to get properly a risk reward ratio of 1:2. We can keep the SL at half of this level. If it is again after the retracer also, if it is breaking down on the basis of 15-minute strategy, we are not talking about the pivot. If we are trading on the perspective of 15-minute range strategy, this can be considered as a proper breakdown and a retracel, and if it is breaking down again, then we can plan entry over here or either at this level or the lowest part of this level and keep an SL at the half of this level. This is another way of trading on the perspective of range breakouts, 15-minute range. So anyway, it is almost 9:53. We'll have this continuation at 10 o'clock, and as I said, you guys can get join in that using the link provided in the Discord channel. And I wish everyone a good day, and thank you everyone for joining, and I wish everyone a good day. Properly manage your risk. Thank you so much. I hope everyone's doubts have been cleared. Yeah, it's finished. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see tomorrow.